Hello, thank you for joining me for Advanced Academic Programs, Connections for Student Success. As a school system, we've embraced a child-centered approach to education, an approach that is designed to meet the needs of each child by asking, what's best for this child? We work to that end by offering differentiated instruction to all children that includes high expectations with appropriate levels of challenge. Every child has a profile of strengths, and it is our challenge as educators to discover those strengths. Some students love to write, and other students are ready to spend hours on a math problem. Some enjoy learning about the past and think of history as a puzzle to be solved. Other students are more engaged by observing the world as a scientist, making predictions, and testing hypotheses. Someone once said that intelligence is not how much you know or how fast you learn, but what you do when you don't know the answer. Our job as teachers and as parents is to help students learn the skills that they will need to be successful in a world that is faced with many complex challenges. Parents know their children best. They know their interests and their abilities. We as educators know strategies and practices that help us tap into those interests and develop each child's strengths. Working together, we can create an environment where your child will have the opportunities to develop the knowledge, skills, and understandings that they need to be successful as they pursue their interests and maximize their abilities. In the Fairfax County Advanced Academic Brochure online, you will find a description of the continuum of services that the advanced academic programs in Fairfax County Public Schools offer their students. We have adopted this model in order to emphasize the importance of labeling services, not labeling children, so that all children have the opportunity to work at a level of challenge that best meets their needs. Within each of the advanced lessons, they are tied to a subject area in each grade level. For each of the 9 strategies, there is an introductory lesson that the students then applies to specific content. These are the areas: decisions and outcomes, point of view, fluency, originality, flexibility, and elaboration, questioning, visualization, analogies, plus minus interesting, mind mapping, and encapsulation. These 9 thinking strategies are posted on the Advanced Academics program webpage and are great for parents to reinforce at home in discussions. In identifying students for advanced academics, one tool that we use is available on the AAP website. It's the Gifted Behaviors Rating Scale, or GBERS. It gives many examples of characteristics of advanced students in the categories of exceptional ability to learn, exceptional application of knowledge, exceptional creative or productive thinking, and exceptional motivation to succeed. We also have some students who simultaneously have a need for advanced academics and special education. Some have IEPs or 504s, and some do not because their strengths mask their disabilities. We need to provide interventions for both exceptionalities and teach them that as they grow up through the grade levels to self-advocate. There are additional resources for parents on the AAP website for you to access, and there are parent resources available to parents who would like more information about twice exceptional students. Why is it important that parents are aware of twice exceptional students? For many reasons, including a disability may deflate both achievement and standardized test performance so that the student is not recognized as gifted or qualified for gifted programming. Many seemingly average students are students whose gifts and disabilities mask one another. Twice exceptional individuals are found within every socioeconomic, cultural, racial, and ethnic population. Within Fairfax County, each grade level, kindergarten through 6, has a curriculum and resources framework for each of the core 4 subject areas. And all resources are research-based as beneficial for all learners. For the AAP teachers and general ed teachers, some select resources from this particular menu that you're looking at now to utilize with their students. Training is provided for the teacher by the Advanced Academic Program Office. More details can be found out about this through your AART. This is our Young Scholars model. Young Scholars is a model that is used to find and nurture students who have been traditionally underserved in AAP. ESL students, twice exceptional students, Black and Hispanic students, students in poverty, etc. The model is comprised of these 4 major components. There is a video on the AAP website explaining Young Scholars and the Young Scholar model in more detail. The purpose of the Young Scholar model is to identify students early in the primary grades from populations of students who have historically been underrepresented in advanced academics, and provide them with supports and interventions that will help them access and be successful in rigorous coursework as they progress through the grades. We have a large group of these students in high school now, and data shows that 77% are taking advanced courses in secondary school. 79% of those students are achieving A's and B's right now. Each year, Young Scholars is included as a piece of the Closing the Minority Student Achievement Gap drivers and goals in Fairfax County. Let's talk about screening in Fairfax County. The local advanced academic program screening for school-based services is comprised of levels 2 and 3. Levels 2 are delivered by the classroom teacher, and they are supported by the AART at the school site and the AAP framework and POS framework, which is the regular ed framework. Both frameworks are in place for level 2 students. For level 3 students, they are pulled out and they are targeted in certain core areas, one of the 4 core areas or more. Level 3 services typically start in 3rd grade and then go upgrades from there. All students are evaluated for academic programs, school-based services, using multiple sources of information. Local school advanced academic program screening committees determine eligibility for school-based services. Parents and guardians may initiate a level 2 or level 3 referral at any time. Most of the time, a referral is initiated by the classroom teacher. Full-time or level 4 advanced academic programs, or in the center or local level 4 centers, is a full-time advanced academic program, which is differentiated in depth, breadth, and pace of instruction in the 4 core subject areas. It provides an appropriate level of challenge for highly gifted learners with a strong emphasis on critical and creative thinking and problem solving. The mathematics curriculum is accelerated by 1 grade level, and readings and resources that are used in other subject areas are also presented at more advanced levels. Historically, the screening pool for level 4 center schools and local level 4 schools. The screening pool benchmark score is published on the Advanced Academic Programs website in mid-January. Schools notify parents in writing if their child has the benchmark score or above and will be screened for level 4 services. A parent can always opt out of this screening, and sometimes some do. The pool is only for grade 2 and will only include students from the fall window of grades 1 and 2. Any spring testing is not included in this pool. There is no advantage to being in the screening pool. It merely gives a starting point for screening files and guarantees that students whose parents may not be aware of the referral process are not missed for consideration. This slide indicates all of the information that's considered for placement and decisions for both part-time and full-time advanced academic programs. If a child does not have the benchmark score on any of the FCPS COGAT custom forms or Neglieri, parents can submit a referral to the local school by January 15th. All parents can submit optional information, the parent-guardian questionnaire, work samples and certificates, recommendation letters, according to the guidelines that are posted through the Fairfax County portal. And to the local school, make sure that those go to the local school by January 15th. All schools are required to submit work samples and responses to critical and creative thinking lessons produced in school, and other work samples that are applicable and show a strong candidate. If a parent is submitting work sample pages, please make sure to work with your AART in the building to submit the very best work samples possible. Your child's classroom teacher will submit on your behalf for your student work samples that are the most polished strong work samples that they've seen so far in class. Also, the school completes the JBERS with commentary and pulls together other information, test data, progress reports, and submits the completed file to the AAP office. At the central office, a central selection committee consisting of a variety of different professionals throughout Fairfax County, which include Level 4 center teachers, regular ed teachers, administrators, specialists, psychologists, counselors, and social workers, review each file, followed by an oversight committee. Here's the timeline that we often see in the Fairfax County school year. One of the screening tools is the NNAT, or the Naglieri. The Naglieri is a nonverbal measure that does not require any verbal or mathematics skills and is well suited for first grade students and ESOL students. The results continue to be used for second grade screenings and selection for advanced academic services. If a student takes the Naglieri in second grade, even if their score is above the benchmark or the average of all the cumulative student scores, the high scores, they will not automatically be included in the pool. A referral has to be made either by the teacher or by the parent. So what does this mean? Historically in the past, the AAP students have had the opportunity to enroll in more honors classes at the middle school level and higher. However, starting last academic year, open enrollment has changed things. So at the middle school, open enrollment allows any student, regardless of whether they are AAP or not, to enroll in the advanced math courses or other honors classes as well. Every middle school now offers honors classes in the 4 core subject areas. Like I had mentioned, any student may enroll in 1, 2, 3, or 4 honors classes. Advanced mathematics classes are helpful in the International Baccalaureate and high schools for science and technology, specifically Thomas Jefferson High School. However, there are other opportunities and much more information regarding high schools and curricula for high schools if you ask the AERT. Thank you so much for joining me. There's a lot of information that I have in this slide presentation. There's also a lot of information online. If you have a particular question that is not answered, either by the slideshow or by the AAP portal that is through Fairfax County, through the website, please contact me at this email that is shown on this slide. Thank you again for joining me. Have a great night.